comments on stage. Is that beta? Are you guys gonna charge me for that? I wonder if it's free. Nope. Continue. Let's see. Chat overlay is not available in the. Man, it's a bow. Always offering shoot just to charge the palm man. Anyways, I'm back live here again. Once again, I think it's been a week or 2 weeks. What's up, no mama? I mean, no name. Sorry, no name. My bad, man. My defense, I am driving, so it's a little difficult to read. Shout out to Oni64. Es todo, compa. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what? Gonna wait for a few more people. I'm currently on the 10 freeway in some of the worst traffic in the United States on record. I'm used to it though. Nothing new to me. I was born into this. Only 6'4" says, any thought on that ice raid of the TikTok influencer lady? No name. How's the raza doing? The raza doing bad, and you know what? Only 6'4". I'm glad you brought that up because I think they call it a Gestapo. When they're hunting anybody and everybody that is not talking well of ICE right now. They're hunting those people down, and they're looking at their records. Apparently they made new policies where you could get arrested. Shout out to Raider Rich. That you could get arrested for talking smack about ICE or talking about the president. I'm pretty sure that's supposed to be our right to freedom of free speech. Apparently, there's an asterisk on that right now where you can't be talking about ICE. And depending on your record, they will come after you. And they came after that TikTok girl, and it was horrible how they took her down. And the one funny part about this is that a tow truck came through like a hero and grabbed one of those ICE SUVs and just took that mofo all the way to the tow yard. I thought that was very funny when I saw the ICE agent trying to run after her and screaming, "Hey!" as the tow truck driver pulled away with his SUV. What up, Jacob Olvera? Good to see you. No Name says, we always been targeted ever since the gringos came with their slaves. Well, I don't think they came with slaves in the beginning. Not that I can think. I think it was just a bunch of pilgrims, from what I hear. A bunch of pilgrims escaping religious persecution. I wonder what they were doing so badly that they had to cross the entire ocean to get away. I mean, they could have just gone to Asia. They could have gone to Africa. Somehow, some way, for some reason, you know what? Let's risk it all and take three of these ships. Well, actually, no, no, no. That was actually Columbus. I'm sorry. I take that back. Columbus came here with his three boats, as I like to call them, the four horsemen of the apocalypse. And then the Pilgrims came over on the Mayflower, right? The Mayflower. They got on a boat and they came here and they set up shop. No Name says Los Aztecas have been targeted ever since the Europeans came here. Well, yeah, for the most part, they've been targeted. And I mean, we got to realize the thing is that they had weapons. They had rifles, and that definitely gave them the advantage as to where a battle would go towards. They had cannons, you know. They had the upper hand when it came to weaponry. And I've explained how it was that they came to have that advantage over the rest of the world. Because as you notice, they took over a lot of the world because they were the ones with the rifles and the cannons. And I always said, if I've been saying it for a good minute now, that somebody taught them how to do all that stuff. They didn't just think of that all by themselves. Somebody taught them how to make weapons, how to use dark magic, how to sacrifice animals, even humans. And and I'm gonna stick to it. Angels, the work of angels that taught these Anglos to do all these things. But for the most part, yeah, it's not looking too good. Especially that case of San Bernardino where they pulled over the man with his son-in-law and his son, and they ended up shooting up their truck. I think that was definitely a bad situation right there. I mean, I don't understand how an ICE agent suddenly said, "You know what? Let me take my piece out," so they could get intimidated and let us take them by flashing a piece at them. Clearly, that didn't work because they told him, "No, why are you pulling me over?" They didn't give him a good enough reason, so he didn't open his windows and he didn't open his doors. Because as we all know, and thankfully he knew too, that they have to have reasonable suspicion to pull somebody over. And since they weren't giving the man any reason why they were pulling him over, he refused to open his windows and doors. What followed next was the ICE agents breaking his windows to open the door forcefully. And with quick thinking, the man hit the gas and took off, leaving those ICE agents behind. But one of these ICE agents said, "Nah, you're not getting away that easily. I'm taking one of you with me." So he took out his Glock and boom, 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 three shots to the rear passenger door. The good thing about this is that it was a pretty good, durable truck. And thankfully, the bullets did not go through the door. Otherwise, his daughter will probably not have a husband anymore. But it just goes to show you how reckless these ICE agents are right now, and how much of a power trip they're on right now, where our lives don't matter to them. All they need is one reason to pull out the piece and just pull that trigger. And it's very worrisome that this is how they're behaving, and this is how they see us. They see us as prey. They see us as expendable lives, even though we're U.S. citizens, which is the crazy part. You know. Let's see. No Name says they did go to Africa first. They established a relationship with Africans, and then they went to explore with their slaves. Black and whites would always have relationships to keep a foothold in the USA. You know what? And here, I'm gonna say something that probably get me in trouble. You guys tell me if I'm right or wrong. You guys tell me if I'm right or wrong, because I've seen the history. And I gotta say, black people helped the whites really take over with all these advances that they helped the white scientists, engineers, get ahead, helped the whites get more ahead. And because they got more ahead, they took more control. And because they took more control, they're the ones with all the power. And I don't think the blacks realize that they actually helped the whites become more powerful in this country because of their help. They really, when the black people say we helped build this country, you know what? Yeah, you did. But at the same time, you helped the white people become the most powerful people in this country. I mean, it's good to be proud of that, but at the same time, everything that's been happening to us color folk is because you guys helped them. I'm sorry, but that's probably, guys, you guys chat, tell me, am I right or wrong on that one? To say, yeah, you guys did help a lot as far as developing this country, but at the same time, you guys help white people get more stronger. Am I right or wrong? We got Risky Business in the house. He says, La Raza will be back in about 5 years at this point. this point, the focus should be on buying land somewhere in the USA that's literally taking land back, even if it has to be bought. Well, risky business, you are not wrong with that one. You are not wrong with that. That is very true. That is very true. I mean, at this point, we really need to invest as far as buying property out here. I mean, from my honestly, from me, from my own perspective, it's really getting heavy being here. I mean, the racism is thick against us right now. The hatred towards brown people is very strong. Right, is very heavy right now, and it's tiring. I mean, aside we look, I've looked at Chicano history. I looked at the Mexican history when it was Mexican here. We never had a very good standing at any point in time. Not even when Mexico had it, and especially not when the U.S. had it. You know, us brown people we always because when let's face it, when Mexico had California, the Spaniards were still in control of it. They were the ones that owned that had the missions. They were the ones that had the governing system. Every brown indigenous person they couldn't even get an education, and that was on purpose. That was intentional. They didn't need brown people to come up. They just needed to work and obey. It's funny how it didn't change much when 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 Mexico lost it to the U.S. because it was the same thing anyways. Us brown people, we didn't catch a break at any time. That's the crazy part. Shout out to Ghetto Vallero, Native American. Let's see. Ninja Magic 187 says Chicano for MAGA is helping conquer the Rio Raza. Well, you see, and that's exactly what I was saying when it goes back to where I said that the blacks actually helped the whites gain more power and more control over the country. Their contribution aided in that. And speaking about people aiding and abating, ladies and gentlemen, we got Nino America in the house. Nino America is in the house, says progressional victims, Roxa laughing my ass off. Shout out to Nino America for devouring that thick, fat bean burrito this afternoon. I'm sure he loved it. I'm sure he savored every bite of it. As you could see, if you go to his page and see his picture. Oh, no, okay, my bad. He said professional victims, laughing my ass off, get over it. Well, I mean, what do you mean professional victim? Like well, in my case, how am I saying anything that's a victim? I'm just stating a fact. No, mommy said Nino America needs to get a chin check. Well, I know. I mean, a lot of people are definitely upset with Nino America. He has definitely said some provocative things. And he says, you always crying. Well, no, no. You take it as crying because you go against a fact. If a fact doesn't make sense to you, then that automatically calls it as crying. I'm just stating a fact. Like just now when I said that the blacks actually help empower the whites in this country, that's a fact. So when blacks say, yeah, we helped build this country, well, yeah, you didn't only help build this country, you helped the whites gain power, gain control. Let's see, no name says, America sucks white chorizo. I don't know about that. We got P Dog in the house. He says Nino is made of life. He needs a good psychologist. All right, you guys are gonna get me on that one. Yeah, Mary, blacks should join us whites and deport illegals. You know what, guys? I said this on Marvelous this show. Out of all these podcasters that were that were fucking balls deep in Trump mania, a lot of them backpedaled. A lot of them say, "Well, I didn't know he was gonna do that. I didn't know that was gonna happen. I didn't think." Nino America is the only Trumper that says, "Yeah, I knew exactly what was gonna happen. I was hoping that was gonna happen. I knew it was gonna happen, and it happened, and I'm happy it's happening." He's the only guy that stood that. How do you say? Stood on 10 toes. Well, all these other podcasters that were like, yes, vote for Trump. Yes, vote for Trump. We're all for Trump. They're backpedaling. Only Nino America has the brown balls to say, you know what? I am white. And god damn it, I love it. So I'll give him credit for that one for staying 10 toes on his whiteness. Although I'm not gonna say, man, they're really going deep on you on social media, and America. That one that one European Mexican, he's really on your ass. He pulled out all your records, put it out there in the world. So I don't know how you feel about that, America, but I was like, wow, I didn't know you were a rapper, or maybe I did. You know you were a rapper, but Joe says, Normies, you're confused. Well, I wouldn't say I'm confused, but elaborate on that. He said, bro. No Name says, don't trust Centro Americanos. They are blacks to me. Centro Americanos are Afro Latinos. They no good. Well, I don't know about that. That's the one part where I wouldn't really say, I know, you know, us people, us brown people, we've always been very humble. We've always had open doors. We've always been helpful. We don't like injustice. And when the blacks came to our lands seeking refuge from their white masters, we were more than willing to say, come here, chill, have some food, have some tortillas, you have a taco on us, drink some of our water. We got good water here. We got showers. I know they don't got showers up there in the north. Anyways, Nino America says, what does Nino America say? It says, all my people know my past. It's just new to him, but it puts his defaming me lying. Ah, okay. Yeah, if you guys don't know, there's this European Mexican that apparently is exposing Nino America, putting out his whole name, putting out family pictures, putting out public records of him, trying to defame him. But I don't know. And this is what I don't get. And there's a funny part. The guy that's trying to expose Nino America is the same guy that was, which I'm actually a little confused because I would think he was more for Nino America because when Trump won, the guy that's exposing Nino America was making videos to call ICE on on Mexicans. I don't think he specifically said on people that voted for Trump, but he was telling people, here's the number to ICE. If you know your neighbor's a Mexican and illegal at that, call ICE, get them deported because they voted for Trump. I was like, what? Wait a minute. This guy telling us to call ICE on our neighbors, especially if they're illegals. And then now, like a couple of months later, here he is. Oh, this guy Nino America. He doesn't even know he's brown. He thinks he's white. And I'm like, I don't know. I thought you guys would have gotten along. I mean, both of you guys. I have clips of both of you saying, deport them all. So that didn't really make too much sense to me. Okay, you see, Nino America that says he was a Trumper also. So that's why I don't get why he suddenly said, you know what, let me go after Nino America. Let's see. Fluke Duke says he's not European Mexican, Norbies. He's not European Mexican. Nah, I know he's that guy, that white guy is definitely a European Mexican. And I say that because he is definitely a descendant of Europeans, but he's a Mexican also. Ghetto, Ghetto Vallero says deport Nino America. Okay, here guys, I'll give Nino America if he's willing to jump on here and talk some smack because I know he's always up for a little smack talking. Or anybody in general. Maybe if he jumps in, one of you guys can jump in and talk to Nino America and tell him how you feel. You know, Truth Media says MAGA's against Trumpers. You see, that's what confuses me. You know, I don't understand how a uh, a Trumper could go against another Trumper. It doesn't make sense. Like, why would you do that? Like, if you like Trump so much, why would you? And the odd thing about that other guy, I think he said, you know what? I want all the illegals being deported back to Mexico because I want them to be here with me or some shit like that. I don't know. That guy's weird though. That guy's super weird. The guy going after Nina, I didn't really like him too much. He's always talking shit. He mostly talks to the shit about Chicanos. I think that's the part I don't like. Joe says Norby's was part of Cali Mang. What? How dare you, sir? How dare you? Never, never. I will say I did go to that first meeting where, oddly enough, the only ones that stick together there are it's me and Tony, and then aside from that, the other people that stick together was Mega Cook and Chola. Shout out to El Boo Boo. El Boo Boo's in the house. He says, I already messaged Nina America 3 times already. Never responded back. Well, you know, he's probably he's getting a lot of hate DMs right now. It's probably why he hasn't gotten back. I'm pretty sure his DM is full of so much. He should probably do that. Like he should probably do that one day and show all the hateful DMs he's gotten. It'll probably get him depressed if he did that though. I don't think he would want to read all those DMs because I'm pretty sure he's got like 1,000 messages. Why do you hate your skin? You're browner than brown. The only thing white on you is your teeth, maybe. You know, things of that matter. You know, I'm pretty sure they said something a lot worse than that, but you know, that's just an example. Let's see. Fluke Duke says Gills y'all's that. Nah, no, he's not. He's nobody's dad. Well, he's daddy to his one kid that lives with him, but I don't know about that. Said Neil American dudes that creed. That's what he does. All right, let's see. You guys about to make me crazy. All right. Joseph, Mr. Cattleman gave Norby a head concussion. No, he didn't. He did give me an over the fracture, though. Those fucking brass knuckles. I'm not gonna lie, brass knuckles do a lot of damage. I found out the hard way. Hey, you can't keep a strong man down or a good man because as far as I know, I'm still here talking shit about him. And ladies and gentlemen, I got no problem with that. There is nothing of that guy that I fear. Very much the opposite at this point. Fluke Duke says Mexicans are lost. There's no hope. Well, I mean, elaborate on that. Let's see. Fluke Duke says, thank God I ain't Mexican. Well, you know, not everybody gets to get lucky like that, you know? Get over here that says Joe is an American chicloso. Hey. Joe says you never learn, Norbies. No, people like me don't. We don't. That's why people, Oh, well, look what we have here. Ladies and gentlemen, the infamous Nino America is in the house.
White lives matter. Deport all illegal wets. And what? What's up, Norbies? Hey,
What's
you're
up,
funny, bro.
Nino?
Me and my wife are laughing, bro. You're all eat that big old burrito. You're funny, fool.
Hey, I saw you. I saw that picture, bro. I'm
Hey, it
like,
was good. I ain't
man,
gonna
you.
lie. Hey, Norbies, you cool, bro. You cool, but you're a straight Trump hater, bro. I didn't know you were like that, Norbies. Damn, what happened to
What do
you,
you
bro?
mean? How do you not
I
know?
didn't know you were like that, bro. You're all cool on Rhodium Radio. Now you're on Marv 16 show, bro. Over there, all just crying about Trump, bro. Damn, and
Nah,
about me.
nah.
Your boy Marv 16, bro. Why don't he tell the truth, bro? He went and made a post, bro, with my comments on someone else's post. He put it on his page, tried to burn me, bro. Then I went in there and said, "Where's his kids at?" My kids are in my house, bro. All my kids. And I told him he got mad and blocked me, bro. Then that fool's on his YouTube channel talking about me all the time, bro. What a lame.
Well, I'm gonna leave that between you and
Well,
him.
hey, no, but let's call a spade a spade. That's what happened, bro. He's a lame, bro. Your boy Marv 16, he's a lame.
I,
Hey, but hey, Norbis, you be on this channel, y'all be talking about me over there. Why can't I talk about him right here? Am
because
I
I'm
lying, bro?
talking with
Then let's
because
talk
I'm
about it.
talking
Let's
with you.
talk
I'm
about your boy
talking
Marv 16, bro.
because
That fool got 11 kids. Hold on.
I'm
Let's say the
talking with
facts.
you. Hey,
Norbis,
Marlon isn't here, and it's
Hey,
just you
I
and
was in the
me.
live when y'all talking about me. Y'all talking about me on the videos. Marv 16. Hold on, I'm
Hey,
gonna say this. I'll leave it alone. He got 11, 6. He got 16 kids. Don't take care of none of them. All my kids were raised in my house since they were babies. He will never measure up to a man that I am. Let's go.
he doesn't have 16 kids, but like I said, I'm not gonna talk about him if he's not
Hey,
here.
okay. Hey, Norby. Hey, so what's up with your homeboy? So that I'm gonna tell you right now. I never even addressed that dude, that weirdo, bro, because my people watch his. That fool's obsessed with me, bro. That
Which
fool made
fool?
all these all these videos talking to me, and my wife was watching one of his lives, that Mini, whatever his name is, and bro, he's like a weirdo, bro. Whenever they bring up my name, he's all happy and all like weird. I'm like, this fool's like obsessed with me, bro.
Who's
And I'm gonna tell you,
Minnie?
what's up?
Who's Minnie? Who are you talking about?
The European Mexican you're talking about, bro. He made all them videos about me, lying on
Oh
me.
yeah, yeah, the European
He's a weird
Mexican guy.
bro. He's a weirdo, bro. He does OnlyFans, bro. I mean, get your money, but bro, a
Oh,
man,
that is weird.
someone that does OnlyFans will never measure up to a man like me wearing steel toes in the oil field, bro. Ain't no mix. But I'm gonna tell you, that fool made
Hey,
all
hey,
these videos.
Nino.
Go ahead,
Now, Marvelous, he jumped in, but he jumped back out. You waiting to
weenie,
stay? You waiting to stay in
loser,
here while he's here?
loser.
You waiting to stay on here while he's on
Put
here
him
too?
on, cam him up. I don't give a flip. Southside Midland ain't no afraid of nobody. Put him on.
Hey, we're not throwing hoods here. We're not throwing hoods here.
I'll throw whatever. Hey, I call the police too, though. I call the police.
What's up, Nino? You
Uh,
got something to
What's up,
say?
Marv 16? You
Go
making
ahead.
all these videos about me.
Go
You
ahead.
making all these
Wait.
videos about
Go
me.
ahead. I'm gonna look
Where's
at
your teeth at? Where's your
Wait.
teeth
I'm
at?
gonna let you talk. Go ahead and say your piece. What you got to
Okay,
say?
hey, look, I'm
What?
gonna
How
tell
did
you.
it start?
Okay, let me talk. Let me talk. I I
Go
I
ahead.
I, I watched some of your stuff. I didn't have no problem. I was commenting on other people's posts about my stance against deporting illegals. You went and made a post, got my screenshots, and put it on your page calling me out, bro. I have free speech. You might not like it, but that is my free speech and my right to do so. And you put me on your page trying to put me on blast. So
Definitely.
I went back at
I
you.
agree. I agree 100% with your free speech. That's cool. You can have all that. But my stance, I ain't gonna go against it, homie. And anybody coming against indigenous fucking bloodline is a bitch. Is a straight
Oh,
bitch. You're dissing your
but
whole.
like I said,
You're
who
dissing your whole
cares?
blood.
I don't give a flip, bro. I don't care. I don't care what you think. The
It,
point is, hold on,
and
let
so
me
what?
talk.
What
You
does it
put me on
matter
your
if you
page.
care what I
Hold
think or
on.
not?
Why would you put me on your page though, bro? That's some weird, that's some lame
Hey, I put
activities, bro.
anybody, and just like Iron
And then you
Jacket, just like
blocked
that
me.
white boy Iron
And then you
Jacket, I put
blocked
that fool
me.
on blast too.
And then you blocked me, right?
Because you're running your fucking mouth. I told you to come and see me. Didn't I tell you that?
Bro, I'm in West Texas. Like I'm gonna go to
We ain't
California.
girls, homie. We ain't girls. I'm
Then
a
why
man,
you
and
put
you're,
me
you're
on your
supposed to be a
page?
man, right?
Why you put me on your
You're
page
supposed to be a
then?
man, right?
I
We
am a
don't run it.
man. Are
We're
you
not
a
gonna go
man?
back and forth and run each other
Bro, are you
and
a
keep on
man?
fucking commenting
I'm a
back and
man,
forth
bro.
like a bitch.
Bro, I am a man. I take care of my kids. Do you?
I take every all my kids. I raised all my
Oh,
kids.
you
So
take
what do you know? Look at check this out. Check this out. Whatever happened with me is whatever happened. But you can never say that I didn't raise my kids, fool. From one of my sons getting mad at his baby's mom trying to get at me. You
Mm,
can't get mad at that. You don't even know the whole story. You're in your
mm.
feelings and emotional,
No.
like you are
Hey,
about your
I heard,
parents,
bro.
fool.
Hey,
That's why you're coming.
I
You
heard
heard what?
all,
You heard an
I heard,
emotional. You heard one of my kids that was emotional.
bro.
That's what you heard.
Okay, let me talk
That's what
now.
you heard.
Okay, can I talk?
And check it out. One more thing, bro.
Espérate,
I'm gonna let you
Nino,
say
and
whatever
then
you want to
you
say.
go.
Hold up, Norbies. I'm gonna let you say whatever you want, homie. But you can't throw a jacket on me from a bitch lying to me about her age. That can't happen. I don't
Oh,
got a
now
jacket
she's
on
a
me.
bitch. Hey, now she's a
No,
bitch.
I'm. It's just a female, whatever you want to call it, fool. It doesn't matter.
Wow.
Don't take that out and take it out of context, fool. You
That's
know
your
what I
baby
mean.
mama, though. That's
You
your
know what
baby
I
mama. You
mean,
calling her
though.
a bitch. That's your baby
Hyena,
mama.
whatever, a girl, a female, whatever she is. You can't take that out of context. I'm sure many females have lied to a gang of men, and that
Hey,
doesn't matter.
bro, but
I'm still out here, fool. So you can't get in your emotions just like you got freedom of speech. You can't get mad at me and my opinion, right?
like I said, I watched. This is my opinion. I watched everything. I watched your take, their take, everybody's take, and I kept my mouth shut. I didn't make no videos about you, bro. But like I said, there you go, putting me on blast on your page, and then you block me when I talk shit back to you, bro.
No,
Simple.
fool. No,
Yeah,
no.
bro.
I'm
You
not
did
putting
that.
you. No,
You
look it.
put me
I'm
on your
not
page.
putting you
Can
on
I talk?
blast.
You
Go
put
ahead.
me on your page, and you talk shit about me for my free speech on someone else's post. It wasn't even your post, bro. That's some weirdo activities, bro. Be honest.
No, fool. When shit happened, I'm so involved over here with different communities, homie, and our bloodline and what's going on right now with this ICE movement, dog. And everybody fucking sends me all kinds of shit. And I put whoever is doing all the fucking dirty damage against our people, such as yourself, I put them on blast. You
I
happen
voted
to
for
be
this.
what?
I
You're
voted
right
for
there in the
this.
mix, fool.
I voted for
What do you
this.
so what are you so mad? You're what?
I voted for this.
Yeah, you voted for what? You don't even know what a vote is, fool. Your vote doesn't
I don't
count.
get. Did you vote?
Your vote doesn't count. Not
Did
fuck
you vote?
no. For
Hold on.
what?
Did you vote?
For
Did you
what?
vote?
For
Did
what?
you vote? Did you vote?
No, never, never, never,
So you shut your
never.
mouth then. Why don't you shut your
Your
mouth now?
no, your vote doesn't count, fool. And what are
Oh,
you
okay.
talking about? I shut my mouth because I don't vote. No, I'm out here in the
Yep, you
streets,
did.
fool.
You
I'm
did.
out here in the streets
You're
educating.
proud of that? You're proud of
Educate.
being
Yeah,
in the
fuck
street?
yeah. Yeah, are you listening?
Wow.
Are you listening? I'm
Yeah,
out
I
here in the
am.
streets educating.
Not
Have you
me.
seen
I don't want
videos
to.
of me educating people?
The streets are a glorified lie. Screw the streets.
No, we're
Piss on
not
the
talking about
streets.
gang. We're not talking about gang
That's
shits,
what you're
idiot.
saying.
We're not talking
That's
about the streets doesn't have nothing to do with gang shit. We're talking about educating the youngsters on how not to which ways to go and which ways not to go.
then
On
why
what
then why then
policies
why do
mean.
you have
Wait
the
up. On
podcast?
what policies mean and what laws mean. You think that you're voting
I
for
ain't heard
laws and
you
you're
say
not.
nothing
You're
about no
not voting for
policies.
laws,
I
fool.
haven't heard you say nothing about policies, bro. You didn't
I
even
know
vote.
because you don't watch. You don't watch and you
I
don't
do
pay
watch,
attention.
bro.
You're an emotional wreck over there, fool. You're
Bro,
emotional.
you're the
You
one that
are.
crashed out the other
You
night on your
are.
live, bro. You're the one that
You
crashed
are.
out, not me. I ain't made no videos about you. You're crying about all your haters, bro.
I'm not crying about my haters. I'm
I
responding
saw
to
Ah,
it. We
yeah.
people.
saw
Nah,
it.
I'm
man, you
We
didn't
responding.
watch the
saw
I
it.
end,
don't
Nino.
cry. I don't come
Nino,
out.
you
Look at,
didn't
check it
watch
out.
the end of
No,
that
hold up.
show.
Hold up.
You gotta
I don't
watch the
come
end
out,
of that
Nino. Check it
show.
out. Wait, wait, Norbies. I don't come out and just say a bunch of shit about everybody, dog. I don't come out and just speak on everybody. People have said things about me, and I have the right to defend myself and my
I
character,
agree.
fool.
I
Okay,
agree.
you know what social media can do.
I know
You
what
know
it
what
can do.
social media can do and how a gang of motherfuckers can come against you. And you have
Hey,
to be able to defend your fucking shit to the death, homie. This isn't has nothing about my personal life. This has nothing to do about your personal life. This has to do with the effects of our communities, fool. And what you are is indoctrinated, dog. You are. Because
oh well.
you're willing to let go and believe in this American dream, fool. And
Yup,
it's
all
just
the
and
way.
that's exact and look at that's exactly what it is an American dream. It's nothing you're ever gonna fully live, fool. You're never gonna have a mansion. You're never gonna have a Mercedes, and that's set up for a reason. That's
I
set up
don't
for a
want a
reason.
mansion or a Mercedes. I'm grateful for what I got. I got a bucket and I don't give
That's
a damn.
cool. You could
I'm
be
happy.
grateful. You could be
Okay,
grateful.
let me
But
ask
what
you,
I'm
Marvelous.
saying, look at. But what I'm saying, Nino, is that we deserve that shit. We deserve everything the white man has taken.
What the
If you, it,
bro, God bless the white man. The most hate I got was from someone that looked
damn,
like you
I'm
and
getting
someone
out.
that looked
You know
like
what?
me. Let me
It
talk.
is
Let me
what it
talk.
is.
Let
It
me
is
answer the
what it is,
question.
Bye,
fool.
Let me answer your
marvelous.
You keep
question.
believing in the white man, bro.
Whatever, bro.
That
I only
he ain't
believe in
never
two
did
things.
nothing for you.
I only believe in two things: my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ and my King James Bible. That's all I believe in.
That's cool, but you're probably not even studying the Bible correctly because that's
Well,
not his
you
name,
know what?
first of all.
It don't. You know
And
what?
reading the Bible like a book, you're not going to get the full understanding of who the
Okay,
people are, fool. And more than likely, you're
Marcus, then
part
why
of
did
the
you get
tribe.
married? Why did you
Wait
get
up.
married then?
And more
Why
than
did you marry
likely, you're
one
part
woman?
of the
Why didn't
tribes.
you marry
More
one
than
woman?
likely, fool.
Why didn't you marry one woman if you believe the Bible then?
I'm not married to one woman.
Why didn't
What
you
do you
marry
mean?
one woman and procreate your kids with just one woman, like like Paul commands men to be the spouse? Even Jesus said
False.
this.
False.
Hold on. Let me
False. See,
talk.
go
The
ahead. Go
I
ahead.
Lord
told them to
Jesus
speak
said.
about marriage, though. There is
Hold
no
on. Let me
word
talk.
marriage in the
Hold
No,
on.
Bible.
let him talk, Norbies, real quick, bro. Go ahead.
The Lord Jesus said, "Well, what God puts together, let no man separate. One man, one woman become one flesh." And you're there sleeping with multiple women, having multiple baby mothers. Why did you take heed from the Bible and marry one woman and have a family under your own roof? One woman.
The Bible doesn't speak about having one woman, bro. It
Oh,
doesn't speak about that. Even though, wait up, even though I do agree with if you can find one woman that is willing to satisfy all your needs and settle down with her in a spiritual sense and both have the same faith, I agree with that. But in our youth, bro, you can't blame the ignorance of my youth and call me out on
when are you gonna take
some laws
accountability,
now.
bro? Why don't you take
You can't call me that.
accountability?
You can't call me
Why don't
that.
you take
Do
why
you
don't you
know
take
about concubine in
accountability?
the Bible? Do you know about
Why don't you
concubine? You know what concubine are? You know
Yeah,
that you're not able
in
to
the
sleep
Old
with your wife on
Testament,
her period? You know about that?
in the Old Testament,
No,
yeah.
there's no such thing
Why
as the
don't you
Old
take
Testament. There's no
why don't
such
you
thing
take
as the Old Testament.
accountability? Why don't you take accountability for your actions, bro?
Okay, you tell me what's taking accountability, Nino?
In
Are we talking about the
it
Bible or a
No, wait,
person was
no.
many
married?
things,
Let him call me out.
many
Let him call me
things.
out. What's accountability about having kids
Uh,
with multiple women?
yes, being a good father, not
I
being
was
in
in
the
long
streets,
relationships, fool.
blaming the white man, all that.
No, because you haven't been through what I've
Why
been
do you
through.
hate the white man? Why do you hate the white man, bro, so much?
Because he controls everything. But let's get back to what you're saying. Let's get back to what you're saying about me. I was in long
Because it's
relation. My first
illegal.
baby's mom was 11 years, fool. I was with her for 11 years. We had kids and a falling out because she had bipolar issues. She had a lot of trauma that she went through.
So
She
it was
had
only
been
her fault. It was only her fault.
no, it wasn't her fault.
Well, that's
It
what I'm
wasn't her
saying.
fault. I
Take
had a no,
accountability,
wait,
bro.
let me
Take
finish. You want to
accountability.
know about me? You're so
I don't really
interested in me.
care.
Let me
I
tell
really
you.
don't care. I don't care.
Well, you're asking though. You're asking and you're
No. I'm
insinuating.
saying, look, I'm saying this is deeper than that. You are like many Mexicans. You don't take accountability for your actions. Look in the mirror and blame
Many
yourself.
Mexican. What are you
Hold
talking?
on. Can I
Do
talk?
Puerto Ricans
You
have a
blame
gang
the
of
white
babies'
man.
moms? Do
You
blacks
blame the
have a
white
gang of
man.
babies' moms? Do Cubans and Colombians have a
You
gang of kids?
blamed
You're
the white
supposed to
man
procreate. You're supposed to
with
procreate.
one woman.
Man, fool, you go ahead and find your one woman,
Oh,
fool, that loves you.
I got
You go if
one.
you could find
I
that, if
got
you could
one.
find that's good. Then you should go build a relationship with your mom and dad. That's what you should do then.
So you
Because
think
these are mommy and daddy issues that you got, fool.
you
And you're
think it's
taking it
okay to
out on
sleep
the
around?
raza because you're so
You
scorned.
think
That's what
it's
a
okay?
scorned
I'm
woman
on
does.
the Ten Commandments if I'm if I'm
You
not
you
mistaken.
think
And
it's okay to sleep
there's
around
not
with
10
multiple women,
commandments, fool. There's not 10. There's 613 commandments.
and we can't fulfill
I
them all? We can't fulfill them all. Not no man can. Only the Lord Jesus
Yes,
did it.
you can. Yes, you can. The only way that you can is if you don't know them, like yourself.
Whatever, bro. Whatever.
You
So
can
let me
whatever
ask
all
you.
you
Hold on,
want with your
Marcus. Let me ask you a
Christianity.
question. No, let me ask
Go
you.
ahead.
Look. I want
Go
to ask
ahead.
you a question real quick. What I ask
Go
everybody
ahead.
on my popular live videos. Let me ask you
Go
a
for it.
question off TikTok. So if someone broke in, if someone went in your house and they came in your house, a total stranger,
Hmm.
and they're eating a sandwich and they're sleeping on the couch for 20, 30 years, would you allow them to stay in your house, a total stranger, and you would not tell them nothing or kick them out? What would you do in that situation?
I
Be
love that you
honest.
brought that up. I love
Okay.
that you brought that up. I would kick
Answer it.
them the fuck out. Kick them the
So
fuck out.
so if you look at your house like that, why don't you look at your country like that?
I do. That's why I'm protecting it. Who came here? Who came here
I
on ships?
I I
Who
Those
came
are
here
your
on ships?
I
bro. They
I
Who
conquered,
came here on
bro.
ships?
I
They
You're just
conquered.
man, fool,
God
you
bless
don't
the
even understand
God
what you're
bless the
saying, fool. Your
conquistadors.
logic is
God
fucked.
bless the
ah
Who came? Who's the
conquistadors.
visitors?
God bless
Who
the
are the
white man for
visitors?
what they did.
Who are the visitors, fool?
they definitely broke our laws.
There
We'll
wasn't
take
no laws
let me
back
give you
then, bro.
another let me
You in
give you
line.
another one. Let me give you one since you
So
brought one
hold on.
up.
So hold on.
Let me give you one. Fool, let me I
Before
let
you
you
go,
talk, Nino.
hold on.
Go
Before
ahead.
you go. So let me get this right. So you want to kick out the white man off this land? Is that what you're saying?
Every
Yes.
motherfucker that is not indigenous to this motherfucking land should be fucking
Uh,
out. Point blank. Period. Fool.
bro,
That's it. That's it.
bro. So what about all the Indios, bro? That's who was here, bro. All your people are these
Where do you
Aztecas,
think?
whatever they are. They're all. Let me talk.
Look, and you know,
Hold
where do you
on.
think your
So
bloodline comes from?
so were they all in America, bro? In the USA, in that part of the map? Is that what
This
you're saying,
wasn't
bro?
even named
Where's all the
America,
temples?
fool.
Where's all
This
the
wasn't even
temples?
named America.
That's not
What
what
are
I
you
meant,
talking
though.
about?
That's not what I meant. I meant you think all these fools, all these Aztecas were here in the current day USA. Their temples were everywhere here at one point. Is
A
that what you're saying?
majority of them, yes. A majority of them, yes.
Our blood
And then
was
what
born
happened
of
to
these
them? What
lands.
happened to them? They got conquered, bro. What happened to them?
No, they didn't get conquered, fool.
So
We
where
didn't
are
get
they?
conquered.
Where
We
are
got
they?
manipulated. We got manipulated
Y'all
by the
lost.
by the
Y'all
great
lost.
Roman circus divide and conquer, fool, by
Y'all
manipulation
lost,
of me
bro.
saying,
Y'all
hey, look, and
lost.
Nino, check it out. Let me tell you, of me going to your pad and saying, hey, Nino, these fools are talking about you. I could give you gunpowder. I could teach you this. I could teach you English, and we're gonna move on them, and I'll help you. And after, I'll let you inherit that land. That's how we got manipulated. You don't understand that because you haven't studied enough.
Hold
You don't
on.
know yet.
Hold on. Wasn't it some of their own people that helped them topple all
That's what
that
I'm
empire?
saying. You're saying exactly what I said right now. They got us to go against each other, like they're still doing it.
And whose fault is that? Whose fault is that?
It's both of our faults because
Yeah,
we're the
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
ignorant
yeah,
ones that
yeah,
aren't.
yeah,
Wait, let me
yeah.
tell you. You're asking me a question.
go ahead.
We're at fault partly because we're too ignorant to know our culture, bro, or even want to
Yep.
know. We're distracted, like you're distracted. You
So
haven't done research on indigenous tribes,
I
bro.
don't
You don't
give
know
a
about
flip.
migration.
I don't
Let me
care
give you
about
another
that.
example. Nino, wait up. You gave me one right now. Let me give you one, bro. If somebody comes into your home, you have your kids, right? You got kids. You're writing a journal every day, bro. Every day of laws that you want them to keep because one of those sons is gonna inherit your household. He's gonna take care of your last name. He's gonna be like, hey, yeah, I'm
Amen.
Nino's son. Let me finish. He's gonna say, yeah, I'm Nino's son. I'm here to protect my wife, protect my kids. I'm gonna do the most for him. I love him, I respect him. And then somebody breaks into your pad and takes that little book of all you're not listening. Don't make faces, bro. Come on.
I'm listening.
They take your book and they spread it out to the world and they tell everybody this laws and everything that was only for your household. That's exactly what Christianity has done to the Torah and scripture, bro. And you believe in
Wow.
Christianity when it's not. That book is only for a special tribe. That's why it's called holy. Holy means separate in
Whoa.
Aramaic. You need a study, fool, not just
So
read.
so you believe, right? You believe in that Hebrew roots heresy, don't you?
What do you mean heresy? What do you think the scriptures are about? They're
So
about
so so
Gentiles,
so
Goyim,
so is it
meaning
not
heathen, those that worship other gods, bro,
so
and
you're
the
saying
Hebrews.
where a white when a white man dies, where is he gonna go?
If he's keeping the law, it's up to the Most High to let him in those gates. How many gates are there to heaven, Nino?
Wow.
How many
I'm going
gates
to need
are
that.
there
You
to
know
heaven,
what?
Nino? Nino,
Marvelous.
one question, bro. Since you're Christian and you read the Bible, how many gates are there to heaven?
There's only one way. His name is
Wrong,
Jesus.
wrong. There's 12 gates represented by the 12 angels that carry the names of the 12 tribes, bro.
Verse,
That's
please.
why you need to
Verse,
study.
please. Verse, please.
Dude,
That's,
this ain't a Bible lecture, fool.
Oh, but you trying to lecture me about the Bible?
No. I'm giving
don't
you
make
an
him take out the
example. I'm
big brown
giving you an
Bible
example
because he
because you're
has a
talking about
huge
land
brown
and
Bible.
going into your home. And this is our home. It's always
Mm.
been our home and it always will be.
Marvelous. My point is this, bro. Look, they won, bro. You know how it is with gang
No, they
territory.
didn't win.
Hold on, let me
They
talk.
didn't win.
Let me, bro. They didn't win. The white man didn't win. Then how do we
We're
got this
still
trophy?
here.
We're still at war right now.
Who's
Nino,
at
we're
war?
still at war right now,
You're
bro.
at war.
You're at war too. You're at war too.
I'm at peace. My feet are
No, you're
kicked up.
not.
I rest in the finished work of my Lord and Savior
No.
Jesus Christ.
What you're doing is submitting, bro. You're submitting, and I'm telling you
I
to rise
submit to
the
my
fuck
Lord.
up.
Amen. I submit to my
I'm
Lord.
telling you to
Amen.
rise up. Those words
No.
ain't gonna do shit for you. You gotta get up and fight. Just like you gotta keep the
Fight
laws
who?
too.
Who do I gotta fight? Tell me who I
Man,
gotta fight. Just tell
look
me.
it. Look it. This is gonna be an endless battle, fool. It's gonna be an endless battle,
But
dog.
but
But you
but
still
Marvelous,
you
let's be honest though. I'm trying to tell you. This is where it all started, bro. You got my fucking comment from another post, bro, and you try to put me on blast and then you block me, bro. You're the one that put a flag on the play,
no,
homeboy.
if you
I never
no,
disrespected you. I
if
never
you
disrespected you.
look it, fool, if you took it as disrespect, I can't apologize for my post. I'm not gonna apologize for it. I'm the whole thing. This ain't to fight you, fool. This ain't to fucking call you out and say, "Oh, Nino's a bitch," and Nino's this and that. This ain't to do all that girl shit. We're not women. This is to fucking to have you recognize and open your eyes, fool, for what the fuck is going on. You got a lot of people over here against you, fool, and that you should be ashamed of that, of going
I
against your blood, homie. You should be ashamed.
ain't
You
fucking
wouldn't want your
blood.
look at you wouldn't want to have a falling out with your kids, fool, and your kids diss you because whatever your disagreements are. Say you guys had a disagreement, bro. You wouldn't want your kids to be like, well, fuck my whole bloodline. Now I'm Asian or now I'm whatever. You want your kids to recognize that where he comes from, Nino, and hold that shit strong. And that's what I'm telling you, Nino. Hold that shit down, fool. You
I
ain't
am.
fucking white. You
I
ain't
am.
you ain't no fucking American, fool.
Hold on. Then why does my birth certificate say white? It says it right there. If
That's a
I'm white,
contract. That's a bond order. That's a bond order, fool. That
you got,
isn't that doesn't make you
don't you
American.
have one, dude? Where's your birth
Yes, we
certificate?
all have one because we signed it under
Show me
ignorance,
how.
fool, not knowing. That's why I made my channel to teach you that, to show you what it is. It's a bond order. That doesn't make you an American citizen. That signs over your privileges and your rights over the flesh and body of your child. You don't
So,
know
so,
that.
so, what do you want people to do, Marvelous? What do you want them to do? Fight the power? Or what's your message to them?
Yes, yes, to stand up, to stand the fuck up. And you're not alone. You're not gonna be alone in the battle, for you got motherfuckers that'll back your play quick. You just need to educate yourself, fool. Sharpen your
Bro,
sword. This is your sword right here.
bro, I guess because you're in Cali, bro, y'all have a whole different mindset. I'm in West Texas, bro. I work with the white
It
man.
doesn't matter where you're at. It doesn't matter. If it's in your spirit, fool, you're gonna hold it down.
Hey, but Marvelous, let's be honest, bro. In the street, it was never a white man trying to give me. It was always someone that looked like me trying to give me. That was my real enemy in the street, and it's still like that to this day. My own people, crabs in a bucket mentality.
No, the people are coming against you
Yeah.
because you got some issues that you still need to deal with, fool. That's what it
What
is.
are you talking
I think
about, bro?
I think
What are you
Nino's talking
talking
about
about?
his young age, his early age when he was out there in the streets.
Yeah, so what? We all went through shit. We're put in a system. We're put in a repetitive cycle where we're
But
set
hey,
up to
Marvelous,
fucking fail.
let's move on from that and show our kids a better life, bro.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that. That like I said, this ain't an argument with you, fool. This ain't an argument. And I'm not here to bash you either, dog. I'm here just to when I see
Here,
shit that shouldn't be happening, dog, and I see that you're a motherfucking indigenous fool, then you should recognize that, homie. It's not too late. It's not too late. I was blind one time too. There's a gang of motherfuckers that don't know and aren't proud of where they come from because they don't know. But if I were to show you where you come from, you're gonna know how motherfucking special you are.
I know where I come from. I come from Texas. I'm a Texan. I'm an American. I'm a
There's no
taxpayer, and
such
that's
thing
my
as a fucking Texan, bro, or a Californian. There's no such thing as that, homie. You either come from the motherfucking soil right here or you don't.
you're in your hood, right? You're in your hood, and you're where you're from, right?
We're not talking about hoods, though.
Well, ain't your hood? You're in county
This
yourself.
whole land, we're talking about land masses, bro. We're
We're talking
from
about
this land
roots,
right here.
roots, real
Your root,
roots.
yeah, your roots. Your roots are here. Your
Bro,
roots are here.
bro, I know no man after the flesh. I got family members I done cut off for being bad influences to my kids. I don't give a flip about the bloodline, bro. I don't care about none of that stuff on board for
We're
real.
talking about roots,
I'm
not your
past all that
bloodline.
All right.
for real. But with that, I'm out of here. I'm out of here.
All right, guys, I'm out of here too. Thanks for making it interesting. Appreciate both of you. All right, guys. Well, you guys saw the title in the beginning. Let's talk ish, and we talked ish, and I think for the most part, we ended up just talking at the end, which is what we really want, is to just talk and not yell at each other. And I hope for the most part, this is exactly what I wanted to do with Chola and talk, but he was an emotional guy, and he decided to sucker punch me. So for the most part, this is the way I hope that our conversations with people that we don't agree with end up where we just end up just talking like real men, like humans. That being said, guys, I'll see you guys at Marvelous Minds. We will go live pretty soon. So stay tuned and check us out on Marvelous Minds tonight. Shout out to Brad Pitbull. Chris from Arizona. I'll see you guys over there. Zapata Vive. Good to see you. I'll see you guys in the next one.